Lettuce, cheese, bun, beef,
Family.
Come on down, join us, and eat with your family at Family Burger. Chainsaw Man! Wow.
Copyright-free Burger King.
Copyright strike. So we'll get to the Burger King. First, I do want to mention. I can't. How many times have I started a video by saying first? I do want to mention. This series just never ceases to amaze me, and I'm sure you're sick of me saying it, but like, I really did for the last 10 chapters think we're done. Series is like wrapping up, but now for the first, this is probably the first chapter in like 10 that I feel like he actually is wasting time rather than not like it's bad, to clarify. I mean, like the last 10 chapters have been like full speed ahead, zero filler. Like it's like when Bleach ended in like 10 chapters, and it felt like Kubo had to wrap it up and like tie up every plot hole or plot line he could within like as little time as possible. And so everything's like just at like fifth gear, like right. Whereas like that's how it's felt in Chainsaw Man for a long time, and then this chapter finally just feels like he's taking time to fuck around again. So now I am wondering if he's gonna somehow do something else. Like it's very interesting.
So, Red, you and I have both been mentioning for a while now that Kobeni's been like a prostitute. I didn't think she'd be a wage slave,
I'm so
though.
proud of her. That makes me really happy. Like that's actually wholesome. I'm so
but,
glad because like I'm really glad that she didn't end up, because clearly she didn't want. Remind me, she clearly didn't want to do that, right?
No,
because I know that there's like some people will be like, well, hey, if people want to be sex workers, yeah, that's totally fine.
Yeah,
but
if
like
you want to
Konami
start
didn't
an
want to do that.
OnlyFans or whatever, go wild. I mean,
Yeah.
I've joked about it in videos.
The difference
but,
with
like,
Konami
she's a
is she
different
literally like
kind
was
of-
terrified to do that shit and felt like it was the only way for her to make ends meet for her and her family. Now, so I imagine she had to make a tough decision where it's like, well, I'll probably be paid minimum wage here. Clearly, she's being abused by her shithole boss. Not anymore. The motherfucker's dead.
Yeah. So I
fuck
mean,
that guy.
I mean, Red, we're both leftists here. Like, there's different types of prostitution. She's just a wage slave.
She's just getting fucked by the raw hard cock of capitalism.
I almost spit my fucking drink out.
Capitalism, by the way, capitalism's cock is unwashed and full of many, many diseases. You don't want to get fucked by that one.
It's not only unwashed, it's uncircumcised. It's got that smegma in the fucking foreskin.
Stop. You've gone too far. Everyone's clicked off. Everyone's clicked off. I'm so.
See, you're
man.
just the normal type of cringe.
I want you to look at our retention time, and I want you to tell me if at fucking 2 minutes and 35 seconds, if it just took a massive dip, okay? And then when it does,
it was my fault. My fault. But yeah, no, like seriously though, my dude, like I honestly had wrote her off, like working in the red light district for the longest time.
I just want to say I didn't write her off. I actually, do you remember we got a comment where someone was like, stop talking about Konami. She's clearly out of the series forever. I was like, ha, wrong again. The one series I seem to be able to predict is this one. Fuck you. Ha.
Like I had straight up wrote her off. Like when fucking Fujimoto wants somebody gone, he finds
he kills
a way to
them
make them
when
gone.
he wants them gone.
I mean, usually it's a, decapitation or a disembowelment, or they're just a pile of viscera on the fucking ground.
Like Makima at the moment. Although she's not dead. Don't fool yourself.
No. Like until I see her corpse getting lowered into the ground.
Makima is
her
one of
ass
those few
ain't dead.
characters where there has to be no corpse. She has to be completely like eaten. I literally think she wouldn't die unless the Chainsaw Devil like ate her.
Like I joked it last fucking chapter. I'm going to joke it again. Bore me, daddy.
Yeah, because I want to mention too. So we'll start with that, right? So like, first of all, I love the fucking energy of Makima, because I love that Makima genuinely does, like, she looks up to the Chainsaw Devil, and that's something that obviously she wants to change. She wants to look down on the Chainsaw Devil so she feels like she can control him, but she doesn't. At the moment, she looks up to him. So like, there's this.
Oh, yeah.
And by the way, that's probably one of, if not the only thing in existence she looks up to. You know what I mean? So like, in a way, this thing is like a god to her. So I love this energy that she has. It's so different from anything else we've seen from Makima, where she's literally like, I'm gonna be killed. In celebration, though, just for funsies, I'll resist. Let's go. Like she's you can tell she's kind of pumped. Like I get the vibe. She's like, yes. Like she's fangirl. Like I'm gonna be killed by Chainsaw Man. Ah!
Yeah, she's not only the number one simp in this universe, she's also the number one fanboy.
I love
or
it.
Fangirl.
It's kind of cute.
Like,
it humanizes her a lot more.
It's kind of cute in a completely fucked up, disturbed way.
I
and
know,
I'm
and
kind
we all,
of
you know, me and you, David. We're turned on by the strangest things.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all.
And that's because we know about Makima's like prime minister contract, where any injury to her will just get transferred to a random Japanese citizen. So there's a random Japanese citizen that just got cut up into 16 pieces.
Yeah. R.I.P. that guy.
Yeah, and she's gonna reform and be fine. And that's I think because I think reading it now, like. Remember, she said that she'd be willing to be eaten by him, but she says here, she doesn't say he's going to eat me. She says, I'm going to be killed, because that's what happens when I say save me. He shows up, he kills you. Or maybe he doesn't, because I know Konembi says it too. But like, save me seems to be like the bat signal for this thing. And it'll show up, it might kill you, it might not. I don't know. It's pretty random. So I just like how Makima's like, oh, shit, he's going to kill me. Well, I guess that's going to happen.
What happens when Japan's out of citizens to kill?
Say it one more time.
What happens when Japan's out of citizens to kill?
I go back to the Gun Devil chapter. I think it said that what was it, like her 37th death or something? She hasn't died that often.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that she's died that much, but like the amount of chaos that she's ensuing here and just random bullshit town. Like I don't know.
It's only for her. Like I think that
but think literally how many people have died not only between the Gun Devil carnage, but also
Gun Devil. She was killed once. It was just one shot to the head.
She was killed once, but how many people were killed in the aftermath?
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, you'd be surprised. Humans are quite hard to fully eradicate. We're kind of like cockroaches.
Which will live longer.
We're very good at scurrying into corners and staying alive. And to answer your actual question, I imagine that would make the contract moot. You know, like if you actually ran out of citizens in Japan, I imagine that like that would be like, oh well, I guess I die. I guess I actually will die now. So in a weird way, if you really, really wanted to kill Makima, someone could be like, all right, just fucking light up Japan, just nuke the whole fucking country, and you could probably kill her that way.
Nukes don't exist, so...
Oh, you're right. Shit, bro. That might have been some genius, like, fourth dimensional chess shit from Makima.
She's Ben Shapiro, a moose bitch.
Yeah. I'm defeating you with facts and logic.
And also being a cock.
Yeah, I forgot. We have to make it very clear. He's actually an idiot. Don't listen to Ben Shapiro.
Or, another name that I'm not going to say, but he's famous for making the frickin' frogs gay.
If you want an equally sarcastic, quippy, snarky dude, but instead he's on the left and he's telling you that good shit, look up Kyle Kalinske. Yeah, Kyle Kalinski's my fucking boy. Kyle Kalinske, Secular Talk is his YouTube channel. He's fucking great.
Oh yeah.
So I'm trying to think, but yeah, I just love how quick that happened. Like, and I was genuinely expecting a fight. She picks up a sword, which is metal as fuck. I was like, yo, this is gonna be sick as fuck. Whoopoo! Like, he's stupid powerful. Like, she said she was gonna try to resist.
Yeah, there is no stopping this fucking menace that is the Chainsaw Devil right now.
It makes so much sense now why Makima like had even said like I can't control him fully without except for like, you know, the emotional manipulation, I imagine, because like, you know, like, I think that's probably why she did all the shit with Denji, because like her powers will not work against him.
Yeah, I mean it makes fully sense. Like, this manga is equal parts batshit insane and totally basic at the same time.
It's so good.
Like I don't know how to explain it other than that. Like, there are moments where I'm like, what the fuck did I just read? Like, the last 10 or so chapters, I'm like, what the fuck did I just read? What can possibly happen next? And this one, I'm like, oh, this makes fucking sense.
It's so good, man. And, like, I don't know, like, this chapter is, like, most of it is the Burger King shit, and we're gonna get there. And, like, the whole, like, it's literally just them serving a burger to Chainsaw Man, but the whole chapter I'm like reading it like bouncing up and down, like screaming, like ah, like it's because like the tension is so there. If you are a good fucking author if you can make that shit that tense.
Oh, for sure.
And it's
like,
genius because he did it with Konembi, who like is a fan favorite character. You know, like he saved that. He was like, I need to save one of them from the top 10 for a scene later.
Yeah, like, see, I wonder. Now, like in our Discord, like there's been a lot of like speculation about fucking Kishibe and Denji's like past here, like when they were going back and forth during the training arc, like when he asked what happens if I lose control, and like he's like, well, I'll spare you.
Is that something he says? Wait, who says he'll spare you?
Denji's like, I'll spare you, and you see in that moment where he fucking spares him. So there's still some semblance of sanity there.
Wait, what? Do you know what chapter that is? I want to go see that.
I don't. There's a screen cap in our Chainsaw Man room.
All right, I'm gonna go look. That's fucking cool. God, I mean, this is gonna be like one of those Oda level like rereads, like when you reread it, like with One Piece. Like, there's so many fucking like little hints.
So Crucifer clipped that, and then the moment where Denji just walked right past Kishibe.
Oh, if that happens, I'll let you go without killing you. Wow.
And he fucking does. So that leaves to speculation here that
there's Denji is still in there somewhere.
Yeah, there's still a little bit of our simp boy.
Not even just speculation, too, because like later on in the chapter, you see a moment where Chainsaw Devil walks into this restaurant and he has like a moment where he remembers one of Denji's dreams, you know?
Yeah.
And it's from the perspective, what's interesting, too, is this flashback here is from someone looking at Denji. It's not from Denji's perspective looking at the Chainsaw Devil. So I get the vibe that this thought here is specifically from how do you pronounce the dog's name? Puchetta?
Puchetta? Or Puchita,
I'll just put a thick enough accent on it. I'll never be wrong. So like from the chainsaw dog, which is obviously this is like the ultimate form of that chainsaw dog. You know what I mean? So I get the vibe. How I take this is that there's still that original chainsaw dog that made the contract with Denji, saying, "I want to see more of your dreams." That's still in there, and one of the Denji's dreams being, "Man, I want to eat a good hamburger one day," and not one that I had to dig out of the garbage, right? So Puchetta is still remembering that, and in a weird way, even though he's in this like. Literally like fucking Saitama level strength shit, and no one argue about that in the comments. I'm memeing, okay? Like, don't take it seriously. Like, he's fucking he's like number one in the verse. Like, he's fucking bipping people that were like gods 2 seconds ago. He's fucking ridiculous. So like this motherfucking thing walks into a Burger King and he's just sitting down and like burger. It's like, oh my god. Burger. Must have burger.
So yeah, like there's some of Denji left. There's some semblance of his humanity left, but the question is, how much longer is that going to be? Like, because at this point, how much of
it also is Denji himself, and how much of it is Puchetta? However, again, I don't know. I wish someone would somebody just tell me how you said that.
Yeah,
I need to see it in anime.
How much is the chainsaw doggo, the chainsaw pupper? I mean, he's small enough to be a pupper.
Yeah.
And just leading him along, trying to wake up Denji. How much is just pure base instinct, fueled by emotion and memories? Like, there's a lot of different layers to what we could be fucking seeing here. And obviously, Fujimoto being the wild motherfucker that he is, we may or may not ever see any answers to this. Like, I know motherfuckers keep saying, yeah, we keep getting answers, but every time we get an answer, 75 more questions appear.
Yeah, no. I have no problem with not getting answers.
No, it's gotten to the point where I'm like, this is just Fujimoto. Fuck it. It's Fujimoto. I don't even give a fuck.
This manga, Fujimoto came up to me, fucking put a brown bag over my head, fucking put me in an unmarked van, drove me to fucking like a shitty, dingy amusement park in fucking like some foreign country, put me on a rickety ass wooden roller coaster, fucking up, down, up, down, up, down, and now I'm getting off, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna ask questions. I'm just glad I'm alive.
Yeah, like at this point, it's more that I'm glad to be alive to see the series written.
I was just trying to come up with a weird metaphor. Basically, it's a roller coaster ride, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm not going to question it because it was great.
Oh yeah, like it's been a fun ride and ending sooner rather than later, obviously, because there's very little that can be done other than like some fuck around, waste time, and then a final arc. Like,
I'm happy that Konembi's still alive. I hope that continues. I hope she's like the sole survivor. That would be beautiful, because after all of the horseshit she's gone through, like we could all agree that Konembi out of everyone, like it's that fucking meme, like name a character that suffered more than her, and it's like Konembi. You know what I mean? Like Konembi out of everyone in this series has been the punching bag, and like it's so sad. So I think that the way to make up for that is after all is said and done, she's like the one main cast alive. That would be beautiful.
That would be absolutely beautiful. Like, obviously, out of the top characters, R.I.P. most powerful car. Like, Power's dead. Denji's a fucking drone. Makima's a fucking simp.
Also a pile of flesh on the ground at the moment. I'm sure she's.
Yeah, I mean, that's not going to last. We all know that.
Mm-hmm.
And then who else out of the top characters? Like,
Kishibe is just shat his pants at the moment.
Yeah, like he has a big fucking fat turd in his pants
right now. Poop myself.
I'm going to need to start wearing diapers to work because
you wear the brown pants. He's got the right idea.
I mean, he's old, so I went for the diaper joke, but the Deadpool joke works too. And then you got fucking Octopus Boy over there just vibing.
Oh yeah, he vibing. Honestly, he's probably already
he's fucking bitches. You know,
he's probably already gone cross country. He skipped town completely. He's like, I'm out.
He's like, you know what? Fuck any chance of extradition for any war crimes Makima might have roped me into. I'm done. And you know, she probably has roped him into some war crimes.
Oh yeah. Him over there. He roped me into this.
He can play the Meeseeks in this rather well.
So we got to talk about, like, seriously though, Konembi, the way that he writes her in this chapter, it just continues to remind me why she's one of my favorite characters. Like, she's so pitiable in like a very like, just relatable way. Like she reminds me of a lot of my friends who like feel unprepared to go into real life, you know what I mean? Like they get a job and they feel like everything's beating them down, and they always do something wrong, and you know, like they just, and it reminds me of my experiences, you know, going into a job and fucking every little thing you did was like somehow wrong, right? So like him coming up and saying, you know, you do this thing where you say before you talk. It's a bad habit, and that's, to me, that's fucking adorable. It's both adorable, it's a cute little quirk, but it's also sad because it's clearly a nervous tick of hers.
Yeah.
So like her going,
It's a nervous tick, and also like almost to a PTSD level, I would say.
God, that's so sad. Like, I feel for these characters. It's so interesting how people can have such different opinions. Because like Steel Ram, I know one of our commenters is like, yeah, I just read it, it's fine, I don't really connect with the characters. I'm just, the way he writes them, the way he draws them, I just immediately connect with them.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, there are a few series that I connect with characters and on this level, and this has been my issue with Undead Unluck and why I kind of stayed out of it. I had this argument with Weird Bros or Sean McKnight on Twitter. Like, you can see our official account going back and forth with him. I've felt nothing for the cast in there during the coup d'etat, and we'll talk about that.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I'll talk more about that when Thurman and I do Undead Unlock this week. But, like, you have to have me invested in a character to some degree.
Number one important thing in a series, characters.
Like, when I know fuck all about all but 4 of your characters, and 3 of them interact, and the other one you see in, like, 2-3 chapters talking. Like, I don't give 2 fucks if there's a coup going on. Make me invested in them. Make me know their day-to-day. Make me know something about them other than the fact that, like, yeah, they exist on this council, and that's it. That's all they have in common. Like,
and I don't want to go too far into the details of Undead Unluck because people are here for Chainsaw Man, and I imagine a lot of people here don't even read it. But yeah, long story short, there was a fucking coup d'etat 20 chapters into the series. We don't know half the fucking characters on this council, so it's like, probably should have been a little later.
But with Chainsaw Man by comparison here, like straight up, like every character in this series feels like a real human being.
Yes.
Like it feels like somebody I could meet on the side of the road, have a conversation with. It could be somebody that gets bit by a fucking bullet 30 miles away and I get their fucking flesh on my face. And in the Chainsaw Man world, that's absolutely possible.
Oh, yeah. It's also, too, like, I think that this series, it took a good amount of time in the beginning. Like, the perfect amount of time, I would argue, to, like, really build up all the characters before shit went down. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, yeah.
It really, like, I think, honestly, like, 80 to 100 chapters is a really good series length.
Yeah, I mean, that's Full Metal Alchemist.
Well, Full Metal Alchemist did monthly, so it's hard to equate that. But yeah, Full Metal Alchemist was maybe a little bit longer than that, but like not over like 200 chapters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first one that came to my mind that was in that chapter range.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's once you hit a certain threshold with your characters, you can start playing with them to a certain degree. Like, okay, this one has the motivation to swap sides, for example. This one over here has the motivation to,
a side swapping moment doesn't mean shit if you haven't had a good chunk of chapters of them being on the good guy side first.
Exactly. And Thurman agrees with me, by the way.
Oh, yeah. That's what happened in Undead Unluck recently. I was like, oh. Yeah.
Like, I wish I could be arsed about it, but I can't.
At least with Undead Unluck, at least I like the four main characters, and that's that's what I'll appreciate about that series.
Yeah, and with Chainsaw Man, I love pretty much everybody. I mean, I hate Makima.
But she's a villain that I love to hate.
Yeah, there's a difference between hate and love to hate. But it's Aizen done well.
Yeah, honestly.
I'm going to get hate for that in the comments, but I mean, prove me
wrong.
wrong.
I don't think a lot of our fans are Bleach stans, unless we fucking somehow summon the James Hansonites. I don't know what the fuck they call themselves.
The Cringe Lords?
Put a bunch of Bleach fucking volumes in like a phone with Bleach Brave Souls in the middle of a fucking summoning circle.
You summon James Hansen.
Yeah.
Add in their like demonetization for similar content.
And a teaspoon of Taite Kubo's cum.
Oh.
You know the man would suck.
I mean, if Kubo presented his dick to James Hansen, he would suck it.
I'm sorry. I love shitting on James Hansen. If you don't know who I'm talking about, he's like a fucking ridiculous Bleach fanboy. Like, the guy has a YouTube channel, and in the past 3 years, he's done nothing but Bleach or just Kubo-related content. And it's, like, to the point of obsession. And I, like, pointed that out to him on Twitter, and he got, like, extra defensive, and it fucking made me really laugh.
I'm shocked he didn't block you like for Neverworld blocked Luke.
I don't remember if he blocked me or not. He what happened was I got him to he responded, and I don't know, he said some shit in response, and then I retweeted his response and said, how to make James Hansen respond to you in 2 easy steps, and then he deleted his response.
You saw the screenshot.
Somewhere I do. I know I sent it to you guys. Moving on though. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, like, there's so little that happened in this chapter, but it's one of those chapters that you just want to sit and
I have plenty to talk about. That's why I kind of wanted to move on and talk more about the events of the chapter.
Yeah, like, what fucking got me, and I don't know if it affected you the same. I'm sitting there in a goddamn coffee shop on vacation because life be hard sometimes.
Oh my god, you're in a coffee shop reading this fucking burger shop shit. So
yeah.
It'd be really immersive if you look to your left and the fucking Chainsaw Devil is just sitting in there like drinking a fucking like espresso.
Just like, yes.
Look at this distinguished gentleman. Look at how he sits.
But I'm just sitting there in the coffee shop reading this and a bunch of other chapters this week. Everything that we cover. And then a bit more. Because I'm still binging Black Clover and Jujutsu Kaisen because we're going to be covering them at some point.
Yes.
But, like, the one thing that got me above all else, and this is something that resonates with me a lot because I've had a ton of shitty jobs in my life, is the amount of abuse from the fucking
That's exactly what I wanted to talk about, yeah.
Like, obviously here in America, your supervisor can't just bitch slap you. Like
I imagine they can't do that in Japan either. This is one of those guys that I think that he senses weakness in Konembi and like knows that like she's the type of person that isn't gonna say anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, she's just straight up gonna sit there and take the abuse because she's used to it. Oh. She's worked for the Devil Hunter Association.
I feel so bad for her. Yeah, he comes over. That was a family slap.
That was a family slap.
It's 'cause we're family
A lot of
here.
corporations love to throw that word around.
No, it's actually kind of great. Justin would really agree with me here, this whole thing here. Like, he talks about even small businesses. Like, small businesses will do this thing where they'll abuse their relationship with you. They'll get like closer to you, and then they'll fucking, because like you're kind of like friends with the boss, then they'll fucking abuse that and be like, hey, could you work like 5 extra minutes with after you clock out? Like they'll do these, like, take advantage of you a little bits here and there because we're family, you know. We're like a second family.
Fucking Meyer does that shit all the fucking time.
Oh yeah.
We're family here, Meyer. Fucking Amway did that. Amazon does that. Fuck you.
It's so sad that the thing too is definitely a fucking tick, especially like when he shows, and like it gets sadder because, like, again, Konembi, like, she is just someone that I can just tell, like, life has shat on her every single fucking second of every day, and then she got a little happiness. She was enjoying like going out with the guy who, like the violence devil. Clearly, it was similar. Not the devil himself, but like the fiend for him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like she was clearly enjoying that. And then he fucking dies, and then like that all happens. It's like so much has happened to her, and then finally she's at this thing where it's like, okay, here I am at this fast food job. I have an abusive boss, but I can handle that. At least I'm not fucking on the street sucking dick for money. Like, okay, that's great. And then this fucking thing shows up, and she's like, I can't fucking escape. Like, and look at her face; it just says everything. She has this like, I'm trying to find it where it's just such a defeated, like, fuck my life face.
Oh yeah, she definitely is like, I'd be better off dead moment. At this point, just fucking gun me down, Denji. Rip my goddamn entrails out.
It really wouldn't surprise me if she wanted to like kill herself. Like, and suicide is sometimes overdone in fiction. It's a very easy way out for some cries, but like I feel like it would be deserved if she did that. Like I would, like, because my God, I've never seen a character so fucking shat on.
Like And obviously, like, it's a heavy fucking subject. Red and I both...
I'm not making light of it. I'm just, yeah.
I'm just, doing the, like, PSA. Like, if you need help, seek help here.
Yes.
But, like, fucking...
Everyone here on the channel has struggled with suicide thoughts before. Like, we get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, that's kind of why this whole chapter resonates with me, is because, like, I see in her a lot of my friends. Like I've seen... Because I know, especially this year, but, like, I've seen friends that have had, like, months and months in a row, like not like this, obviously, because this is a chainsaw devil decapitating people around her, but like our version of this, just like everything going wrong, and you just see the defeat in their eyes. You see how tired they are. You see how they just stop talking to people, and they start just like wanting to be reclused, and it's that's what fucks me up about this.
Yeah, and like Kobani's just been through so much from the beginning of this fucking series to now. Alone, can you imagine the years prior to what we see, how much fucking bloodshed and violence she has seen throughout her career in the Devil Hunters Association? Like, how much violence she's seen throughout her life, her struggling to make ends meet, her going there, like, at least I got insurance, kind of fucking moment. But to come to this shitty minimum wage, labor-inducing, I'm just going through the motions of existence job, flipping burgers and greeting people at a restaurant, and then watching her past life blitzkrieg through the fucking window. Burger!
Yeah. It just seems like a fucking never-ending nightmare. Like her, like the faces that she makes, I just get the vibe of a person who just feels like their life is a never-ending nightmare, and like it starts to feel like people make that choice when they feel like they're caught in like a never-ending loop and they can't fucking escape it, and that's this like the fate. I'm reading that on Konembi's face. Like, even after quitting the job, she can't fucking escape this shit.
The job follows her. Like, straight up, like, there are moments even in my day-to-day now where I feel like that. And I know you and Thurman have suffered with that. Like, no matter what I do, shit won't stop. Like, between the move and the chaos for the last couple weeks, like, nothing ever lined up perfectly. That's why, hell, half of our chapters have been on, like, a 3-month break, or a 3-week break, because our jobs have followed us throughout this period in 2020 to where, like, Thurman's got no fucking time to line up with you. I have no time to line up with you, to the point where I'm like, you know what? I'm fucking off to a cabin in the woods.
Yeah. Occasionally, that's why occasionally we'll take breaks if we need them, and that's how it goes. Life is important, and so that's why we didn't get everything out last week. So I'm sure you guys understand. But yeah, no, and with me, like, it reminds me of I had a fucking moment where I was really fucking upset a couple weeks ago because I like 2 weeks in a row, like, the one thing that I try to do to make my life more bearable is I go to therapy. And every single time my work was keeping me late, so I couldn't go to the therapy appointment. And I finally just snapped. I was like, this is the one thing that I'm trying to do to improve my life. And if you're going to ruin even that, like, I don't know if you want your fucking employees to kill themselves, because, like, if you don't want me to, you better let me go to therapy. Like, it's just, like, unrelenting. That's the shit that gets me. And everything we're going through, Konembi's going through 7,000 times more. And, like, God, I feel for her. I really want, like, she's the one character at this point that I just want a happy ending for.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Like, that's the one fucking thing I want out of this series. I want somebody. And I know this is Fujimoto projection. This is like wishing for a goddamn Quentin Tarantino
I haven't
movie.
seen Fire Punch, so it's possible that one person had a happy ending. I don't know.
Like, this is like wishing for a Quentin Tarantino movie to have a happy ending. Like, everything's going to go to shit. You're going to have Nazi scalps on one side. Well, not in this universe.
Yeah, no Nazis. They don't exist.
Or you're going to have the bride saunter off and maybe get a movie down the road. Like, point being, like, shit's fucked every step of the way. Nobody really sees happiness as fucking violence, bloodshed, a million fucks per minute. Obviously not in Shonen Jump because this is a demographic for young children. But yeah, like, and Fujimoto just has no, from what I've seen, and obviously haven't read all the Fire Punch. I started reading on break today because I was fucking bored out of my mind. Like, nothing goes right.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. I am also realizing too, the sound I just made is me realizing too that it's not even just the it's that, like, she's also, like, stuttering and slurring her words too. Like, that's so fucking sad and relatable to me too, because, like, I know that when I'm having a bad mental day as well, like, I can't speak as well either. Like, I just feel like I feel like there's something wrong with my brain. You know what I mean? Like, God, Konembi, I just want to fucking hug her and, like, fucking pamper her and tell her everything's gonna be all right.
If you want to know how I'm filming this video, it's slamming 3 blueberry Red Bulls and drinking a rum punch.
And then the last thing really to talk about here is just the tripping on him twice in a row. Like, my poor girl. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, like, obviously, like, everything has gone wrong for Konembi in life, and, like, I want my pure little cinnamon roll to have a happy ending.
And I hope, because Denji is still in there, I really think that she might be spared. Unless Fujimoto is the more of a sadistic prick than I ever even thought. Like, if she straight up just dies, I'm gonna be shocked, because, like, everything that I know about stories and narratives is leading me to believe that she's gonna be the one survivor. If she even dies, I will be blown away at the fucking lack of a fuck that Fujimoto gives. I'd respect it in some way, but I'd be sad.
No, this is Fujimoto dumping his brass balls on the desk and be like, try and stop me, bitch.
So I do believe that some authors genuinely get off on this shit. It's like the satisfaction of, like, when you're setting up a bunch of dominoes, right? And you take fucking years meticulously setting up these beautiful dominoes, and the satisfaction of finally just running in and kicking them over.
Oh yeah, honestly, it's like my dog trying to fucking. Oh wait, she does this. She fucking hid my shoe. I mean, like, oh, you have all your shoes lined up, but the one pair you wear everywhere, I'm going to hide one of them.
I don't see that metaphor really making sense, because I'm trying to talk about how, like, because with this series, it's extra sadistic because he took so much time to build all these characters up just to kill them all. So, like it's like watching a child build a fucking sandcastle at a beach and then kicking it over.
Nah, like, for me, I'm OCD as fuck with my clothing, and Doggo knows this. So Doggo likes to play fucking mind games with me and hide shit throughout my goddamn apartment. It's annoying as hell. I'm mostly just pissed at my dog right now.
Right. Amazing. Final thoughts for you? I think I've discussed everything I want to do. Oh yeah,
The
we should probably mention the color pages. Fucking gorgeous. I love him dropping out of hell, covered in like all these different colored viscera and organs of all the different demons he just slaughtered in hell.
So I guess we got canonical different demon class intestine and lung.
I mean, that makes sense. I imagine that Fujimoto just wanted a reason to make it colorful, but also like, yeah, they're all demons, so their intestines could look like whatever.
this isn't Doom 2016 where you got one color of blood and one color of guts and gore.
What it is it's gay pride, Doom. Hell is gay pride. Confirmed.
I got nothing. Fuck it. See ya. Peace.
Oh no, peace.
Those were just leaves. They weren't lettuce. All I got is the spring mix.